Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Warning.
No, I was yawn, fool.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure because if you having an emotion, we can talk about it. I just want you to know, as your brother, I'm here for you. See your brother shed a tear, you got to say something. Okay, so y'all don't want to put them on? Y'all don't have to. Okay, we ready? Welcome. What up, though? Peace. What up, though? I didn't realize we were on. KONG. I'm gonna make an intro so I know when we on. That's what I'm gonna do. KONG. This is Kong GoReal. Kong Comedy, the founder of the longest running Juneteenth Detroit Festival Detroit has ever had. We are here to talk about what is, what was, and what will be on about 40 minutes of GoReal or Go Home. Thank y'all for tuning in. We are here with some very, very special people that mean a lot to us as a village, but people who will eventually mean a lot to the community. What they are doing is historic and is epic, and we appreciate them. So we're going to go around the table, starting over that way. Everyone's going to introduce themselves. Right, y'all ready?
Yes.
All right. Juneteenth Detroit Festival Royal Children are here. Some of them are here. Go Rosie Grow is not here. Mama Faye is not able to be here, but we got everybody else. Oh, and our pilot is not here. Our very first Miss Juneteenth is not able to be here. She is actually doing something with airplanes right now. So we appreciate that, and hopefully we can get them here on another time. So we're going to start with our young ones and our newest inductees. All right? Mama, would you
Now,
start?
is she on the panel, too? Because we can't see her on the camera.
You can't see her?
Like, no, she's not nowhere near in the camera on the end over there.
Yep, she got to get in it. Maybe they should be all in a smaller chair so they fit.
Maybe they,
Would that be better?
rearrange that.
All right, so we're going to do some rearranging. In the meantime, here's a message from our sponsors.
You keep talking.
I'm our sponsor. I sponsor this. Okay, so Juneteenth Detroit Festival is coming, right? This is the message that we want to put out. Even though we've been here the longest, this is not a competition, right? We want you all to have a great Juneteenth.
Can y'all share a seat? That's what probably.
I thought about that too. That's smart. A great Juneteenth weekend, a great Juneteenth week, because it's traditionally celebrated for 7 days. Don't forget that. However, the important thing is safety first. This is not to be treated like every other get-together we have. This is not to be treated like every other backyard party we have. You have to get creative. You have to get cultural. And your people and your babies have to come first. If we do this, if we remember this, if we can hold on to that, then our Juneteenth events across the city will remain safe, right? It's going to be 90 degrees outside. It always is. We are not going to be able to have events where people are drinking liquor all day, listening to rap music all day, claiming they hood all day into the night. That cannot be how your event goes. You're going to ruin this, okay? Keep it safe. Keep it about the babies. Keep it about families, and everything will be fine, right? Lead a rowdy for rowdy places, for the bars and the clubs. If you want to go in for Juneteenth, go where it's supposed to be. But we got to keep these parks and these streets safe for our families and our babies and for ourselves, brothers, right? All right, so moving on. Everybody ready? Because we don't want to keep y'all squeezed in for too long. Thumbs up. Okay, so here we go. Starting over there. Sister, can you introduce yourself and our special guest?
My name is Naya, and my son is Al-Qadir Allah, and he is Mr. Juneteenth.
Al-Qadir Allah. Peace, brother. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
I feel really good, and I am really happy to be here, and I am so happy that my grades are up, and you crown me a lot.
Oh, so he thinks he can run through it. He just tried to do an 8 mile on us. First of all, let me help y'all understand that was very savvy of him to be. How old are you?
8.
He's 8. What he tried to do was going to get all his questions out the way right quick so that this could be over. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that effort, but we still got to ask you some things. I already asked you how old you are. So you're 8 years old. What school do you go to?
I go to National Heritage Academy's Oakside Prep Academy.
National Heritage Academy?
Yes, sir.
What's the rest of it?
Oakside Prep Academy.
National Heritage Academy, Oakside Prep Academy. All right, then. How you said your grades are up, but what we talking here? We talking like C pluses?
No, A.
A, he like, no, A. All right, okay, just checking. You know what I'm saying? That's a great way to start. We want to keep that going, right? He was crowned because he is an exceptional young man. He's crowned because he cares about his people. That's not just a shirt his mama put him on. That's how he rocks. You know what I'm saying? But we want y'all to understand, culture does not always have to look like this, right? That does not have to be how you pay homage. You do not have to lock up your hair. You do not have to wear gaylays. We just want you to love yourself and love the person next to you, in front of you, and around you, right? If we can all love ourselves, we can be better prepared to love our babies, right? I consider all these to be my family. These are my family, you know what I'm saying? So look at each other that way, and we won't only make it through Juneteenth, but we'll make it through every weekend. You feel me? Understand that we are here for each other and to keep each other going and to keep each other motivated. We appreciate the unity. We're going to keep it moving, but we might be coming back to you, sir. You going to be ready? Yeah. All right, stay ready. You ain't got to get ready, okay? All right, so now on to our other active parent, because that's what we're getting into. The show today is about active parents, right? And we are never, I have to keep doing this, but we don't ever want anyone to feel slighted. We understand all the different dualities and multitudes that go into how active you can be with your child, right? What we want you to know is that there are people waiting for you to drop them off so they can be active with them. Right, there are people who have programs and things going on after school. You don't have to be the one. You just got to get them there. Okay. So moving forward, we're going on to our next active parent. Mama, can you introduce yourself and the babies?
Yes, my name is Ajiria. The one in the yellow right here is Janaya. The one in the blue is Kyriel.
Okay. And their big sister is off over there. What's her name?
Her name is Brielle.
All right, here we go. So, this is a new thing we want to let y'all know. So, Juneteenth began 13 years ago. We began Miss Juneteenth that exact same time, right? About a year or two later, we found our first Miss Juneteenth, right? Moving forward, we created, to create balance, to keep balance, we created the crown, the first ever in the whole country, Mr. Juneteenth, and he is sitting right here with us now. There was one before him. He is now in an honor society. He's about to graduate high school. He got a suit coming from Africa that was handmade. His mom went all out because when you deserve it, you got it coming. You feel me? So we appreciate him. Shout out to Renal. We love you, bro. Hopefully he'll be here around graduation time. But we're happy about this. We're happy to have you here. So go ahead. So what we want to know the schools they in.
You all want to say it?
Y'all ready to tell us the schools you in? They can see you doing that, just so you know. They can see you doing that.
Okay, I'll tell it.
Okay.
They attend Burton International Academy, all three of them.
Mm-hmm.
Janaya has a 3.6 GPA. She's on the dean's list. She's the third grade president of her class for the National Honor Society.
Okay.
Kyriel is in the first grade. She gets all exceeding expectations on her report card. They don't get actual grades right now.
I seen those E's. I put a post up about those E's because I thought E's was F's. My babies are little. They just started getting paper from home. And I'm like, how she bring home 7 E's? You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, in first grade.
When we was going to school, E's was close. It's like the one above F.
Oh yeah, it was a rap. You know what I'm saying? But she was like, no, it means, what did you say?
Exceeding expectations.
Exceeding expectations. By the way, what's their expectations? What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
Exceeding their expectations.
They're hitting all their marks.
Right.
Okay, they're checking off all the right boxes.
Ones.
Okay, so she
the reading comprehension.
The reading in the grade. If I didn't know what that meant, I would actually think that would be the one right after F.
Yes, a bad grade. It's been a bad grade for a long time. All right, so we looking at people who know all their ABCs, they know all their colors, they know all their numbers. They starting with the math, right? They starting to do math. You starting to do math?
I've been doing that.
I mean, we don't know unless you say so. You made your mama do all the talking. See what I'm saying? I like that. I'm like the Sears guy that used to have the bunny.
Right.
I gotta get another loud. Get another loud. Okay, so you've been doing math. My baby not doing math yet. She just got to 4-letter words yesterday. Big deal in the house. We had to have a whole party for it. She been doing pat, tat, like that.
Oh yeah.
Right now she's doing stop. And whatever else got 4 letters. You know what I'm saying? I'm drawing a blank. Drop. What else? 4 letters.
What?
A word with 4 letters. See how to draw a blank. I'm not going to. Mile. That's one. What you got? Cold. You. Nothing. You. Nothing. Ain't nobody ready. What you got? Flop. That was a good one. I think that was on her paper. What you got?
Flip.
What you got? Oh. Did you just do the...
Hey.
What you got?
Stop.
I said stop already.
Oh.
If this was a drinking game, you take a shot right now.
Where's my bottle?
Flip.
I said slip.
Slip. Yes, that works. 4 letters.
I don't know.
She ain't.
Nothing. Just nothing.
Okay. All right.
Just
All right.
nothing.
Tough egg to crack. It's cool. Okay, so and I have to ask you. So they became Miss Juneteenth and Miss Junior Juneteenth, right?
Little Miss Juneteenth.
Little Miss Juneteenth.
And Miss Junior Juneteenth.
And Miss Junior Juneteenth. They went through this through Royal Oak. Some people we partner with to help them create their pageantry for the first time. We want people to know in our community, it's very important that people know throughout the Metro Detroit area that Juneteenth not only does not belong to one person, but because of that, it's not a competition. If you would like to compete on how safe yours was and whose was the safest, now that would be great. You know what I'm saying? But it's not a competition in flexing in no type of way. The more of us celebrate it, the better. Right? The Chinese community has their own New Year's and is recognized all over the world because enough of them decided that is when their New Year's was going to be. You feel me? Juneteenth has literally been waiting on us to acknowledge it, and now that we're going to get off days and swinging vacations for it or however that stuff work, y'all come on out. We haven't been able to get plant workers there for years, all that, but we happy that y'all have the option, and Father's Day is the day before. So go on and carry that energy on to Monday, June 19th, and let's keep it going. We respect Royal Oak for keeping going what we started. And we appreciate the Sister Ajiria and her young ladies for going hard over there and representing the city and still bringing back not 1 but 2 titles, right? So understand the beauty and the joy in that, right? We appreciate these young ladies, right? So the reason we got this other sibling like off to the side is she about to join us. If the 2 of y'all can swap out, let her get the headphones. Take your headphones off. Let her get the headphones. The reason we're going to bring this young lady up is because her 2 sisters get a lot of accolades. They get a lot of attention. And it's important when being a big sister or a big brother, a sibling, that you not only are able to maintain your individuality, who you are, but be comfortable in your accolades and your accomplishments and also supporting your younger siblings, right? So with all that's going on and a mom who's raising her babies, we believe that it's impossible to do that without an elder sibling that's going along with the plan. So we would like to talk to her and just have her tell us what it's like being a big sister of 2 young ladies who are so active. And we also want to know her grades as well. Because they
You got to sit over there.
Yeah, you got to sit in their chair. It's the only way. One at a time. So don't forget, June 19th at 71 Oakman, Nandi's Knowledge Museum, right? We will be there all day. We were having a cook-off. We had a chili cook-off that did really well in February. We're excited. It was some good chilies, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Buddha Foods, and it was really good. It was really good. It was like 4 or 5 different foods, 4 or 5 different chilies. But we are working with Miller Hut, right, and gathering chefs from all over the city. Hopefully we'll have 30 plus chefs at Nandi's all set up. We're going to find out who got the best slabs, who got the best sides, and of course there will be vegan options. As a matter of fact, Buddha Foods got some of the best vegan food I've ever tasted. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited about that brother coming out. So prepare yourselves to come out, get your bellies full. There's going to be a lot of dance groups there, right? We're going to have some dance competitions going on. So Mama Ajiria is a part of that. She's a part of getting that together as well. We're going to go back to talking about the dancing y'all just did too.
Yes.
Right,
yes.
Okay. So right quick, I swear it'll be like pulling off a Band-Aid. Right quick. Can you tell us your name, sister?
Brielle.
Her name is Brielle. How old are you?
13.
What grade are you in?
8.
8th. Okay, so you in the 8th, going to the 9th next. You're not gonna flunk or nothing. Okay, so how your grades looking?
Okay.
They're okay.
They're okay. All right. So since you said okay, we ain't gonna make her say nothing else after that, right? The point is you're gonna pass though, right? Keep it moving. That's all you gotta do. Now your mama probably wants some specific grades, but the hood just needs you to keep it moving.
So I have to
Okay.
say, clap them grades out.
Yes. Excel to your Brightest dreams, but keep it moving. Don't ever stay in one place, and don't get stagnated, and don't be flunking, and don't be failing, and don't be having to be in the 8th grade 3 times, because that happens. Everybody got at least one friend who was there 2 or 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Like one. You got, like, if I think about it, I got a couple. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate you. Oh no, wait. First, tell us, how is it? Do they get on your nerves? Right? Are they getting on your nerves? Right? Are they but they're not to the point where they messing with your clothes yet, are they?
Oh, yes.
They already are. See, then it's problems. It's problems. I don't know what I have daughters, but they're not in the same house. And they babies though. So by the time they big, they'll be in the same house, and I guess I'll get to see what this type of clash is like. And you always in the middle of this?
Yeah.
Or do you just let them?
Well, it depends on what it is. Sometimes I'll let it go a certain extent to see if they'll resolve it themselves. Then I have to go in mommy mode.
That part.
Yeah.
At what point do I do that though? Because I'm starting to get to the point where I tell my son and his sister, y'all gonna have to work that out. So when you say get into, I've been listening from downstairs, right? And the sister do be getting down on them on like they deals and stuff like that. But I'm like, dog, you gotta figure out how to count, bro. Like I can't be jumping into all y'all deals. Like, dog, give them 2 more cookies. Like, no, you gotta learn how to count, bro. She up there telling him your turn coming on the TV. This a long show. Come on, dog. Listen. Remember when we was young, Nickelodeon gave you 30-minute shows.
Man.
You was in and out of here 30 minutes. Gullah Gullah Island,
Yes.
Rugrats is next. I'm watching 18, but now with YouTube videos,
They can
they
run
video
a
like
whole
over
3 hours.
it's 43 minutes. Like, no, you cheating. They cheating. Once they learn how to tell time, it's gonna be some problems up in there.
That's definitely this one.
Okay, so
already
you said they
is.
all go to the same school.
Yes.
Does it go to high school, or she gonna go somewhere else next year?
No, she's going to DSA.
DSA. I'm trying to push my daughter into DSA right now. I got a teenager. I would like to go to DSA, but she's starting to have friends. She want to go where her friends at. I'm like, your friends don't flip, dance, and play guitar. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't got none of that at Osborne. Like, what is he doing? But they gonna listen. I just don't want no drama. So more than likely she gonna end up going where she want to go. But I got the village behind me trying to get it right. Everywhere she go, I call ahead, like tell her to go to DSA when she pull up. You know what I'm saying? I ordered a pizza, had her go get it. I call it to Little Caesars, like that girl in there, tell her she should go to DSA. I wanted to feel like the world is telling her. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just said DSA in there. I'm like, it's in the ethers. You feel me? The universe is trying to tell you what to do. Okay, so you're going to DSA, and what will you be doing there? You're going to be singing? You're going to be playing instruments? Dance? Oh, she was dancing.
Yeah.
Why would I think, not that y'all can't dance, obviously. So you sitting here with that's what I'm saying. You have your whole own thing going on, right? So they doing the pageantry, and they got their good grades and all that, but you're the big sister that's fighting to protect your clothes, and you are dancing. Tell us the name of the dance team you're part of.
Royal Rhythm.
Royal Rhythm. Come on. What's the name of the dance team you are part of?
Royal Rhythm.
Royal Rhythm. Is that how Royal Rhythm get down? When they be like, coming to the stage, Roy, they come out like, Royal Rhythm.
No.
We in this joint. Y'all get ready for all these dance moves. Okay, so where was the last place Royal Rhythm performed?
Little Caesars Arena.
Little Caesars Arena. It's so hard to impress these children.
Tough.
It is hard. Well, I would like you to know that is a major thing,
That is.
right? So, what was that like for you? How did you feel about that?
Lift your head.
Like, have you performed in front of that many people before? Okay, so that's why it's no big deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like arenas, gymnasiums. I done seen hundreds of people, bro. You know what I'm
Tell me
saying?
what you performed for.
Halftime.
Of what?
I don't know.
You don't know where you were? What were we there for?
basketball.
Oh, it was a Pistons game.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Halftime. Wait a minute. I thought when y'all went to perform, it was gonna be like when people coming to sit down and in the beginning of the game before it got started. Y'all didn't do that.
This was for the halftime show.
Oh,
Let's go.
that's something totally different. See, that's the thing. See,
Light
mind you,
bulb moment.
it's
Light
levels.
bulb moment.
It's levels to this, right? The levels are. I know a lot of people who have performed at Little Caesars Arena, but they perform when people are coming to sit down and there's something going on down there while you're trying to get your kids sitting down and get taken off your coats and your popcorn.
Yeah.
Performing at halftime That's what Rihanna just did.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's when all of the TV is watching. Wow, that's major. So you were there too? You're the coach of the team?
No, I performed as well.
You was performing
Whoa.
too?
Yeah.
See, it's a lot of humility around here. You know what I'm saying? So moms is performing, you performing, y'all doing halftime shows. The babies is princesses with crowns on. I appreciate that. That's a dynamic household. These are the babies?
Yes.
Okay, bet. I'm just making sure it ain't, a chemist somewhere working on the cure for cancer or something. That's what's up. Where we at? Come on.
So, can I show you something that was really funny to me?
Okay.
So one time when I was in second grade, I just had finished class because I was going to homeschool, and then my mom looked at my grades and she thought I was flunking, but just to see that she was looking at the wrong thing, and I had straight A's.
So she got mad first.
I got scared first.
So she was.
I'm like, what are we doing wrong?
So he knew where I was coming from when I told that story just now. He's experienced that.
And then when I showed her the actual grade, because I knew what the actual grade was, I just wanted to see her reaction. But when I showed her the actual grade, she looked so surprised.
So you played a prank on your mom. It wasn't even her mistake. You let her believe it was a bad grade. Whole time you got an A in his back pocket. See, only a kid with A's can do that. You know what I'm saying? I was a C-average
But it's
kid.
like, what assignment did we
was a
miss?
little worried, yeah, because she
like,
brought home a whole bunch of papers. I was wondering, how did you get to E from all those zigzag lines I've been helping you draw across from word to stop sign and word to truck.
Yeah.
I'm not going to believe it, but her reaction wasn't that funny, but it was like a little funny.
That's because, you know why? I know why, because she didn't give him what he thought. It was more hurt and confusion.
Yeah, she didn't.
Yeah, she didn't blow up.
Until I actually showed her.
I was frightened.
Yes, it made me skip a
We
beat.
homeschooling. It's already turmoil
so you was really
going
all
on.
over yourself.
Yeah.
In the schools, and it's like,
And you like this one.
I'm not doing these lessons right.
Right, I shouldn't even be doing this. You got to go to the public schools. Son.
And
You
then
better
she
off fighting for it.
The fact that she comes to realize the real grade, and it was in the bonnet to go to it was literally right in her face. Right in
But see,
her
that's
face.
because when you see something that shocks you, you get blind for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Your whole brain start running. Now she already thinking about like which book we didn't open, what test we didn't study for, and the whole time you ready to bring out the good grade.
Everything in second grade.
You did everything.
Everything, and we got to email our teacher.
So how long did you homeschool? How many years?
We did 2 and a half.
2.5 years.
Because
No,
kindergarten.
only 2.
Oh,
Kindergarten,
Kindergarten, I stayed in school, and then for
COVID
first,
hit.
No, for
during
first
kindergarten.
grade we had to do homeschool, and then second grade that's when COVID hit.
Yeah, well, no. COVID
Yeah,
hit
no.
March
COVID
13th.
COVID did not hit during
2020.
kindergarten. COVID hit during second grade. When I was in first grade, we had to go to homeschool, but then COVID hit in second grade, not first.
Kindergarten.
No, not
You just changed it 2
I'm
times.
loving this because what I know is that if I spin him around in a circle, he can't even keep track of time. You feel me? But he is really trying to tell her. He's trying to tell her what years were.
It was second grade, Mom. It was second grade.
Okay, so
not
look.
kindergarten.
So which one did you prefer? Do you prefer homeschool or school?
Homeschool for sure.
You prefer homeschool?
When I asked my mom to go to a school, and now that I've been there for like 7 months, I just want to go back to homeschool. I just can't.
What I wanted out of homeschool is not what I expected. I didn't know that we were supposed to become teachers, right? What I'm trying to develop for when my son is ready to go is like places to send him. You know what I'm saying? Where people know it.
The
not I'm
information.
not
this
I'm gonna read it out of
you
a
need
book
him
and
to
you're gonna do
have
some answer
different
questions.
instructors.
Yes, absolutely.
And you're out in the
Like
real
different
world
Yes.
doing the
What do you mean
lessons.
about
Because that
like
also
different
means
instructors?
like because okay, so this is what I mean. Instead of being in one place, like with homeschool, you in one house, and then when you in your school, but when you in your school, you move around.
Right.
So what I would want is for homeschool to be kind of like school, where they wake up in the morning, they go, and then they go to the first place, house, building, whatever, and this mama or baba is teaching them this. After 2 hours of that, they go. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what we need is
That's what I love about
a
their school.
transportation, because that's the first thing. We need transportation. We need the reliable professional people that are willing to do it, and then we got to be able to pay them some money. That's the thing, right? I know now after 13 years of this can't keep coming off of the feel-good feelings. Yeah. You feel me? It's a school, but we moving it right. Yes, it is.
It's a school. It's Absolutely. Us having the school. That's basically what that, because you have individuals that homeschool and they don't necessarily use your K through 12 curriculums and etc. There's other ways and methods to do that where you just making sure that they do the state tests and as long as you're doing what the base curriculum is, you could be in museums every day.
Yes, you can add to it. It would be like it would be people like Mark, like, okay, bring them down, and it would start as something so simple like a board that's not even plugged up. You feel me? They're gonna learn what the knobs is. We talk, you know what I'm saying, to the point where they become familiar with everything in the studio before you even get to high school. You're familiar with these things.
You know what's going on at the complex, right? I'm going to be teaching media arts to the kids.
He's talking about the 7 Mile Radio complex, giant, massive building with all this stuff going on inside of it on like an acre of land. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's like a quarter acre of land, but it's a lot of grass. You know, I want grass. I'm very excited about the grass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll be teaching, all kinds of, from photography, audio production, video production, some of everything.
Now, see that's...
I mean, 18 and under. I mean, I probably start at, I don't know, maybe 6, 8. Depending on the level.
That's right there at y'all.
Depending on
and
what
what's
going
to
to
be
learn.
the curriculum for them.
Yeah, that's cool.
And we need to, yes.
Out of everything in the possible world, it has to be the grass.
Yes, because everything we do is outside. So privately owned land is very important to us because once Juneteenth became a holiday, our city became very difficult to work with as far as having events inside the parks. There is no doubt and no misunderstanding. GoReal and all the community, we have been throwing Juneteenth inside of parks for 12 years. This is going to be the first year we we're going to some private space. You feel me? But for 12 years, we've been in public spaces. We don't leave a fingerprint. You know what I'm saying? We clean up when we get done. We've never had a police call. But when this became business to our city government, a whole lot of red tape started happening. You know what I'm saying? So we are proud and happy to work with those who own their own spaces and have their own lots and land, because we're going to keep it moving like Lisa L. Carter do. You feel me? She bypassed all of that and be slapping parking lots. You know what I'm saying? We deal with so many babies. I didn't want to have to deal with like scraped knees, twisted ankles, because we do field games. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning. But please post those flyers before we get out of here. I want everybody to see the flyers for a second, y'all. Check it out. Juneteenth Detroit Festival. The parade is very important to us, right? The parade will be led by the Martin Luther King Senior High School, Martin Luther King Jr. Senior High School Crown Crusader Marching Band. The Martin Luther King Jr. Senior High School Crown Crusader Marching Band. There we go. That's how you get that out. They have been working and practicing all year. It's a full band. It's a beautiful group of kids. I got a chance to announce for them at Ford Field. That felt amazing. They're instructed by Mr. Lamar Phillips on Facebook. He's a great instructor. He loves those children. But we have to celebrate our young ones. If you have a graduate of 2023, we want as many graduates, college, high school, whatever. If you from the Metro Detroit area and you graduated, we want you in this parade. Let us celebrate you, right? Father's Day is the day before. Any mothers that would like to get their fathers out there or want to ride in that parade with their family, Father's Day is the day before the parade. Let us know. Let us put you in that parade. It's a community thing. We're lifting each other up, right? Our fashion show will be happening on June 19th. Again, I've been reaching out to moms and their daughters and whole families about walking in the fashion show, right? This is my thing. We go to fashion shows to see us walk beautifully on stage. When in reality, our moms, right, and our sisters, our moms, they work every single day, waiting on that day when they get to walk beautifully out into the town, right? Clubbing, whatever, a social event, whatever. I want our fashion show to be about family, right? I want us to come see each other, right? And families come up with a theme, whether they make shirts, come up, however they decide to rock. But we walk that fashion show, you know what I'm saying? So if you and your children, any of y'all out there want y'all babies, or any designers. We got parents who are into designing clothes. We want y'all there to walk in the fashion show. Show us what y'all got. Show us the theme that you and your children came up with for Juneteenth this year. This is going to be an annual thing. We've been doing this 13 years, and I don't see it going anywhere, right? Shout out to Mama Nandi, Mama Shu, Akiba Line Village. Shout out to, what is it? Golden Wings. Golden Wings. They are our sponsor now. Shout out to all the babies who came today. We appreciate y'all. Please keep. And she like, I ain't a baby. I'm gonna tell you. It's a couple things. There's a couple things I got annoyed at when I was a kid. When somebody would say, I ain't seen you since you was. Because what do that matter to me? You obviously my mama's friend, and I don't care, right? But it shocks you when you walk into a house and there's an adult, right, or an 18, 20-year-old sitting somewhere where they were just 6 or 7, and to you it was like a blink of an eye. The first thing you say is, "Whoa, I ain't seen you since." Whoa! That just happened to me. I just went into a birthday party not too long ago, where all the children that used to sit at the table. At the kids' table are now there with their children. They own homes and houses and businesses. They just keep growing.
They go so fast.
Yes, they just keep growing. It seemed like it was just a few years ago, but in those years they become adults. You know what I'm saying? So it flashes, it goes fast. But I'm seeing more and more parents saying things like, "I want my children to know that I got their back beyond 18." It's not over when you graduate, right?
Absolutely.
I'm hoping that's the case. I want them to know the door is always open. Right, but just don't ask me for nothing else. Like if I'm giving you a place to live, I shouldn't also have to give you money. Like if you older now, like you gotta figure it out. You got a free place to stay. Yes, my babies can always stay with me, but they are not always privy to my bread. That's not how that's gonna work. You too big to be asking me for money. You feel?
I get that.
I mean, you can work for it, but don't just be walking up asking, "Pops, let me get." So you can take somebody somewhere. Ooh. You asking me for my money so you can take somebody out? I'm going with you. Yeah, we all gonna go. Let's all go. Let's take your girl out.
That's an automatic yes. I believe in yes.
Yes.
That's an automatic.
If you ask for it, just give them the money.
Doing that. Yeah.
If you're a good kid, right? If you remain a good kid, that's the best. That's the best outcome for that. Other than that, the more you annoy me or break the rules, I've already told people I'm gonna start taking 12th grade stuff in 9th grade.
12th grade?
You feel me? So you gonna have your prom on the line in 10th grade. I'm not gonna be worried about paying for that after the shit you just pulled. I'm not worried about that. No, there go prom, there go homecoming 11th grade. You might as well stay in the house.
That's it. 8th grade prom coming up.
Wait, 8th grade?
That's a suburban school. This is across 8 Mile. Are we talking across 8 Mile? This is in the hood?
Wait,
the 8th grade prom? That's what I'm talking about. Let's do the applause thing. The 8th grade prom? That's like some Saved by the Bell stuff.
I've never thought
so that's a junior
entire
prom.
world there would be. I've never thought in my entire world there would be an 8th grade.
In your entire life.
In all these years.
All of these years.
In all these years.
Every single grade is 8th.
But see, this is the thing. 8th grade is a big deal because it's a milestone. A lot of those people are about to separate, go to different high schools. Some people will never see each other again. We know how that go. But I only used to hear about that in the burbs. You feel me? We definitely did not have 8th grade proms. You know what I'm saying? But I seen them on TV like, damn, junior prom? What's that? You know what I'm saying? So
I'm one of the parents on the parent committee. So we're trying to make sure everything is done for the kids to enjoy themselves since they are about to separate.
Okay, so she says she wanted the parents on the committee. And remember we talked about active parenting. Now we just going to talk to y'all right quick before we go, right? When it comes to, because I know you're active parents. You wherever he is. No, we're talking to the parents right now. Hold on, bro. She is wherever he is. And you are wherever they are. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all a team, y'all a squad, y'all go together. Mm-hmm. Tell us, as honest as you can, do you feel like being as active as you are is taken away from your own personal life and pursuits?
You want to go first?
No, you got it, girl.
Well, for me, I was juggling between my work shift and then making sure, like once first it was the caretakers while I'm working. And then once he was the age of going to school, working jobs that were within the school's hours, because when they have vacation days or teacher work days and all this, if you're working these jobs of now, they want you there 8 to 12 hours. you're not doing, you drop your child off at 8 and you're able to go pick them up at 2 or 3 o'clock. So when COVID hit and it kind of did like that reset for everybody, I had time to kind of like redevelop my game plan because he was in kindergarten when COVID hit. And we spent first grade and second grade. You're in third grade now. You did 2 years.
We can't keep doing this. You gotta let her finish the story.
Chill now before the turn up gets real. All right? Now, in him now being in the school setting, he's picking up a lot of learned behaviors from these classmates, the slang, the dances, and I can't keep him from being in the midst of that. He needs this because it's a certain social element for him. Right. But I was able to position myself in the school system, but I wasn't even at the same school as him. I just asked on the humbug, and I was able to transition into a paraprofessional. Hold on, you're being rude. Then a teacher. And so now he's in Dearborn. I'm there. I didn't like the way his school was and that I wasn't getting any feedback from the teachers. You can't go in the schools no more. You got a dojo, so it's like if they get sick, that's the only time that you really get a response from them because it's come get your child now. So in him being in the school that I'm at now, it's where, one, he has to learn, in us being together all the time, how to be independent of me in a building in which I teach kindergarten. He's in third grade. They start to get mean at that point, if not before that for some. So now he's having to walk a whole new chapter of his life where he's in the midst of his peers because a lot of children didn't see children their age for a very long time during that period. We never went through that in society of now. You were always at the playground. You at least were at
school.
Daycares were closed.
So even their social kind of got thrown.
The kindergartners didn't have any elementary lessons, so they got nothing with kinder cares, etc., because they were closed too. So now you have children that are 7 in kindergarten because they've been retained twice, because they can't get their ABCs. They know all the latest music, but so for me, it's been a blessing the way my life is positioned now because I work when he's at work and he's working his job while I'm doing my job, and he's also able to get a visual of the work I do. Like, they get a visual in the work you do. Mom's not just saying, I got a dance recital to go do, and it's an adult-only event, and you guys can't be involved. They're seeing what work is, and I think that's very important in being an active parent, is them realizing just how much hard work you do and that the work never stops. They're working now, but the work never stops. You learn how to work out more, I think, if anything. So it's a blessing to be in this position.
That does. I remember when we was in school with kids, the rare kid who had like a mom that worked there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And how they behave versus the rest of us, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause his mama is here, like she's in the building,
in the wind.
Right?
She got eyes and ears everywhere,
right? But when you said about the kids who couldn't, they ain't got the ABCs. Okay, we know all the different challenges. We know all the different challenges those houses experienced during COVID. We experienced them as well. You know what I'm saying? I experienced them in my home. I fell off on the teaching of my daughter for about 6 months. You know what I'm saying? And then I literally had to realize it's only me that's supposed to be teaching her. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody else supposed to be teaching her. What she don't know, I have not taught her. You know what I'm saying? I have been using TV. I have been using Gracie's Corner and Achilles, right? So she could sing the songs. She could sing the ABC, so I thought she knew them. You feel me?
But her recognition.
Yes, when it was time to do it one day, when it was time to talk about it one day and go through it, she had not, I believe it's, I don't know, phonetically realized that D and E were separate. She the way she sang D into E, it's like she was hitting a note with D, and the next letter was F. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, wait a minute. I had to realize my baby didn't know through our teaching, through my upsetment, through my anger, and I even started yelling. At that point, I literally realized, wait a minute, my baby don't even know the E is not there. There's an E there. You know what I'm saying? She don't even know there's an E there. We had not went through the flashcards and for her to actually see the letters one at a time. She just been really remembering a song.
So basically,
we can put them
she just forgot the E.
She had never learned the E. You know what I'm saying? So when we put them in front of the TVs, it is one way to learn. But we also have to step ourselves into that and make sure they're picking it up the right way. Like you said, as they bring stuff in, we got to trim it around the edges. Like, okay, so you picked that up from the school.
It was time. If you look at how we were, you sent your children off to school. You're assuming that the teachers you're putting the responsibility on the teachers.
That's what we're doing, yeah.
How your child should be raised. And now it's where you're videotaping what's happening in these classes. These children are turned up. At some point in time, parents have to be held accountable again. So that's what's happening now. The old school, the old guard, all them ninjas is on the verge of retiring.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They burnt out, they tired, they done. They've done their part. They done seen children through to adulthood.
A lot of them got 20, 30, 40
That's
years.
That's a long time to be dealing with these people around here, man.
And you got these children now where the parents they think that their child's not wrong at times. Like, if my son's teacher tells me something, now me and my son have to deal with that, but he's now at this place where he's understanding that's not just an embarrassment to you if you run in the halls. Right. Because you got a privilege that you're taking for granted, and they're coming back to me and they're saying to me, hey, your son, so we gotta we had to actually go backwards for a minute once he got in the midst of his peers because he's never been around that many children all at once outside of an amusement park, and they were closed. So you know what I mean, like everything closed on them right as the getting was good for them as children,
and they got pinned
and they got television and they got virtual teaching. You know what I mean? Dependent, unless the parent...
If that was able.
Yeah, or if the parent was exceeding that. So now we come back and you're looking at the grade scale they're doing different things.
The curriculum is different, everything.
You're in fifth, you got 5th grade curriculum on 3rd graders. You know, 2nd grade curriculum on kindergartners. We're teaching kindergartners nouns, verbs, prepositions.
Just trying to speed them up. Which is really like they do.
It's a good thing on the one side of it, but it's like that wasn't where we were.
But for the system, they need the cream to rise back to the top. You feel me?
Yeah.
And if that's how we got to do it, that's how we got to do it. They are going to be looking for the children in our community that were taught by their parents during the pandemic. If you were not, then they're going to figure out ways to just move you to the side.
That's exactly what's happening. You're seeing like the separation
happening. If you came from the pandemic back into school, your young baby should know numbers, letters, and colors. Address, phone number, how to spell their name. If they don't know none of that, they putting that on you because now we're on verbs, adjectives, and this.
And they give you such beautiful wordplay in terms of to help you understand that if you don't let us like retain your child, it's just going to get worse for them. Right. You know what I mean? And moving so now you got the fight between the parents. So it's like just the whole. I wanted to be more involved. That's why I stayed off those 2 years. It was so much confusion in between. Are we wearing masks? Are they not wearing masks? We're gonna send these ones to school, but we ain't gonna send these ones to school. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna just sit back and see how this first layer of this plays out. And then the Most High blessed me with the ability and the opportunity to be able to be directly in the trenches. Not only in the trenches, but like there and seeing how predominantly in those at-risk schools, the teachers are white. And if there are a few others sprinkled in, then, you know, hey, now it's changed. There's a shift happening everywhere between folks retiring, people dying, sadly, and folks not wanting to return to jobs. Like, some people were able to get that money and I'm not coming back to the workforce.
I was surprised teachers even allowed it to happen. I don't think they wanted, you know what I'm saying? As a whole, they're like, we could rock with this. You know what I'm saying? This is much easier. You know what I'm saying? Have you faced a lot of the same challenges she was talking about?
Actually, yes. I'm going through the same thing now. I work at my kid's school. I'm a paraprofessional, which is an assistant preschool teacher.
And that was what I got hired for, but I've been subbing for the last 6 months with my students.
And you've directly involved, so you're dancing with her, right?
Yes.
You're part of the dance group with her, and are you working at their school?
Yes, I work at their school.
Mm-hmm.
I seen them raise their hands up, so you got moms lurking in the hallways too.
Mm-hmm.
Sit down.
Okay, so she got moms in the hallway. So wait, they all go to the same school. So this mom is in the school with her kids, and you're in the school with her kids. Now listen, this is why we say to the moms, every situation can't be your situation. So we're not saying every mama go figure out a way to work at the school. You know what I'm saying? That's not feasible. But we are challenging mothers and fathers to inject yourself into their life somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere in there you should be there, and the people that they deal with should know your face.
Yes.
It's an embarrassment upon yourself if your child goes anywhere to anything all the time and they have never met you. Because you just at the curb, kicking them out the car, taking off. You have not come to a benefit for them, a fundraiser for them, but it's somewhere for your children. We have to step ourselves up, man. Everything we do, we have to step it up and do it better. You feel me? Because the communities we keep comparing ourselves to, they do things that way. They don't just send their kids to the programs. They ask, what do the program need? Is there any way I can help you? Because my child been coming here and returning in one piece safely all summer. So is there something I can do for you? You know what I'm saying? That's what those parents do. And a lot of times our parents volunteer. A lot of us have been working together for that. We work together and keep things going. That's why I said, this holiday don't belong to anybody. It don't belong to me. It's not mine. I never got here if I've not been able to inbox this sister, inbox that sister, say, what you think? Can you help with this? I don't even know a bunch of people. I know them. You know what I'm saying? So I know them, and they trust us with their babies. Juneteenth has never had an issue with a hurt child, lost child, fighting children. It's the vibe you put into it. If you want to know how something went wrong at your event, start at the very beginning. Start at the music you played. Start at the families you looked for. Our Juneteenth has never been a place for a carload of homeboys or a carload of homegirls. If you ain't got children and you ain't volunteering, it's another place for you to go celebrate now. Now no one's counted out. That's why I say we need all the different Juneteenths. Because if all you want to do is drink and turn up, then it need to be somewhere for you to go. You know what I'm saying? Because this one here is for our babies and for us to have fun and all leave in one piece. You feel me? So, hashtag Juneteenth is coming. If you are interested in whether or not your child could be the next Mr. or Miss Juneteenth, all you have to do is inbox myself, Kong G, Demond Petty. Any Juneteenth Detroit page on Facebook is mine. So you can inbox that and they all come to me. You can also hit up Mark DeAndre on anything 7 Mile Radio because he done copyrighted and all that. He got stickers and shit. You know that belong to him. You know what I'm saying? All our little ones. I know this was a lot and I appreciate y'all, but y'all need to go back and tell people you was on the 7 Mile Radio podcast. We need a whole nother generation of this ready for this. You feel me? Get them ready to be studying media arts at the 7 Mile Radio compound.
You feel me? Trying to do.
Did he say when it starts?
The pod class. Well, actually, we fundraising right now to get everything start the doors open, basically. Because everything ain't ready. You know what I mean? So yeah. So.
And that's the thing, see, because somebody was like, is it his? I'm like, bro, it's his. He posting pictures of it. He telling people about it. But the point is, ain't nothing in this city don't need no love on it.
Yes.
You feel me? You ain't finding nothing in this city don't need no love on it. So it's time to roll our sleeves up and put that love in. So the pod of thought is coming. Juneteenth is coming. Wherever you celebrate Juneteenth, remember, keep it safe, right? Mm-hmm. Keep it safe. And keep it about the culture, the babies, our past, and our futures, man. We appreciate y'all. We thank you, active mothers, you queens, all of you young people for coming and being with us and talking with us and making TikToks. While we do the pic, that's what's up. We are looking forward to the dance teams. I am issuing a challenge to dance teams to dance. What's the songs we dancing to?
Oh, I have to look.
The song, it was I Just Want to Rock.
I can't get his
One
name.
of them was I Just Want to Rock by Lil Uzi, right? And the other one is Fi by Toby Nwigwe, right? We are issuing a challenge to dance teams and dance crews, young and adults.
Yes.
If y'all got moves, come on out to Juneteenth, June 19th, 71 Oakman, 90s Knowledge Cafe. If you got the moves, we want to see them. If you a chef, come and see, set up and see if you got what it takes, man. We just going to keep calling everybody chefs. All these people selling dinners, we going to find out who really can cook, who got the slabs and the sides. Families, come taste and vote. I go hard on this food thing, right? We're going to have all type of performers, and we are crowning Mr. and Miss Juneteenth. It's going to be a beautiful thing. And, oh, yeah, don't forget, the Parade for Peace begins at 12 p.m. on Woodward in Manchester at the Model T Plaza. If you are looking to join that parade as a graduate for 2023, or group, car club, whatever we trying to slap, I done finally made it to Woodward, dog. This is a big deal. This parade has been going for 6 years. We need y'all. Let's go. Go real or go home. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
That was like the best.
Are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7